dilute things. Be who you wanna be. Make up the memory. It's virtual reality.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Tyler. This is Sean. We are Rendered Reality. Backing at it, man. I mean, come on. How can we not be? Right?
A lot of stuff going on, that's for sure.
Dude, a lot of stuff. Not as much as I hoped. Not as much. I'm going to be honest. I was hoping we'd have more headsets in hand right now.
More headsets like the Lynx?
Where's the R1?
Yeah.
Dude, just waiting and waiting on it.
Should be soon. It should be
excited.
soon.
I know.
But I mean,
we do have the Quest.
we ordered that before. Was that before Quest 2? Or the Quest 2 was out when Lynx got, when we backed
That was
to that,
2
right?
years ago. I looked at my backer stuff. I think it was two years ago.
Quest
I
Pro
think.
and now Quest 3 has come out before we've gotten the Lynx up to date. But good seeing everybody in chat. We've been trying to keep up with chat a little bit here for a little while. I don't know how many technical difficulties we're going to have because we haven't done this in what, like 8 months or something?
Hey, I stayed up last night and tried to get everything
too.
working. I couldn't make promises last night of what happened, though. There was, a little bit of, how would I say that, like pumpkin beer involved. So, if everything wasn't right, then it's my fault. You can blame it on that. So, but yeah, we should have everything worked out. If you guys see something, let us know in chat. As always, I know you guys do.
Okay, I want to make sure that works. TV's working back there when I play something. That'll work. But
Yeah,
hopefully, hopefully everything's working right and going good. But we definitely took some time. What?
How about you guys? What have you guys been doing? I mean, first off, let us know in chat because you guys we haven't seen too on the show in forever. And yes, you guys are family. Artful, agreed. Total fam.
Yeah, for sure. And I know a lot of people, not everybody, of course, but I know some other people have taken kind of the summer off a little bit of VR. Like some people don't play as much VR in the summertime.
I will say there's a flat game coming that I'm super excited about called Off the Grid. Super excited about it.
I don't know what that one is.
It looks so dope. It's like a couple developers got together. They're making like a kind of like a Destiny / Fortnite kind of, game. Looks pretty cool. Definitely up my alley. So I kind of want to try that, but I kind of want to get an Xbox X for that. So
you've been doing a lot of sim racing still. Like I've taken a lot of time off this summer. I really haven't played much VR except for the last week. Really is the most I've played VR throughout the summer.
Actually,
here and there, I would jump in. We played a little bit of Breachers at one point in time. Right. Holy crap!
TD, dude.
Tony Digital.
Dude, hold on. We're gonna.
Oh, you can put emojis on those now?
I think, or something like
you
that.
Hearted it.
Sure, I hearted
YouTube's
it.
updated. Like, there's more stuff to do on YouTube now.
I know.
But $50 super chat. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
that's going to help pay for these Quest 3s that we just
Seriously,
bought.
we're just glad to be back and hanging out with you guys, truthfully.
For real. It is really awesome.
It's literally what wanted us to do this, I think. It wasn't really about like the show and getting the stuff out there. It was really just about hanging out with you guys too. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
But you played some sim racing stuff though over the summer.
A ton. I've been so much that I've been spending so much time in the seat that my back has been hurting. And I started to look into lumbar support stuff for the racing chair and the whole bit. Yeah.
You need that y'all too and like get some vibration massage thing going on in there.
So see, I have all these disappointments that have still carried on from when we were on here last
still
time.
Doesn't have his y'all
that
too.
It was still this like just knife in my back. You know what I mean? No
That's
R1.
why your back hurts.
Yeah, right. Seriously. And no yaw. And the yaw to me is the biggest thing because now I'm diving so hard into the sim stuff, which I want to get you into because the setups that I have now are so sick with like the ambient effects and the rain and everything. Like the stuff in Assetto.
Somebody was actually asking in the Discord about how hard it is to do the mods and stuff in Assetto. And it's not that hard because I've did it before.
It's
a little more in depth than I've done. But
the only problem I would say is when one thing gets updated, it can crash out everything else essentially. Because you have to be a part of some of the Patreons, which thank you to those guys who do all these mods. But if one updates, the game updates or content manager updates and then Soul doesn't work, there's just all these things, but it's worked pretty good for me. I really haven't had a lot of issues. And when it works, it freaking works. Like it's crazy.
Looks awesome. Yeah. And you got a new wheel and stuff too. We don't really have any footage of that. We're going to have to do something.
We're going to. I really want to feature some of the stuff that I've done to it too, because I wanted to compare it because you got the Fanatec and you got the 9 Newton meters, what it's called, right? 8 Newton meter, 9 Newton meter, whatever it's called. And I kind of wanted to have something a little different. And I went back and forth between getting that or getting the Moses stuff. And the more I researched it, I just felt like the Moza stuff was more my style.
Yeah.
I don't know why. So I kind of wanted to do a little compare and contrast too to know the differences. So
the main
I kind of
reason I got mine was for Gran Turismo 7 because I wanted one that would work with the PlayStation 5. So that was the main. But I can do PlayStation, Xbox, and PC with it.
And I really have no want.
You don't even have a PlayStation
to do any of that. And
yeah.
anything that I would want, maybe, so like the Forza stuff, I can end up getting on PC and playing it. So not the end of the world for me, but I absolutely love the Moza stuff. I will say they have the exact same hub for their disconnect for the wheel as the actual like energies and stuff, like a real steering wheel. So I could take the steering wheel out of my TR6, put it on a hub adapter, and stick it on there and drive with it.
Oh, you just wouldn't have any buttons, but
no buttons. But you don't need buttons. It's an old car. You don't have buttons on an old car anyway.
Kind of cool.
So it's kind of cool because I actually have now a Triumph TR6 in the game. I could put my real Triumph wheel on it and drive with it. It'd be kind of, right.
You just need the motion sim rig, and then you'd just be like,
let's not start. I know, and I've got James VR Mang trying to get me to take his away from him.
You just buy another TR6 and then gut it and make a sim racer out of it. We mount the Moza wheel in there.
Right.
That'd be sweet. And then get some actuators.
I have.
So that, what? What? Am I seeing that right? That can't be right.
No.
That can't be right. That's got to be a...
no, that has to be a typo.
I hope that's a typo. I hope she really didn't
Can we refund that? Because
that's like... that.
No.
That is not right.
No.
No, that can't be right.
Can we have a... What the...
Oh my god!
Is that? That's insane.
If we put this up as a podcast form,
right.
Susan just super chatted what appears to be $499.99, which is I don't even know what to say to that. I'm a little speechless.
I guess we end the show.
Honestly,
honestly,
I feel bad because I don't want anybody to send that much money. That's insane.
Right. That is insane.
Hopefully, seriously. She can get a refund if she hit the 9 too many times.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. That was my thought too.
It might have been a typo.
Right.
Wow.
No, it's tight.
That threw me
off.
It's right.
No, that's not. That is not
goodness.
right.
You really didn't have to do that.
Yeah,
Thank you very much for that.
Right.
But I really honestly
just
feel
froze the host with that one. I've never seen that number in my life. So
I thought because we've seen it before where it was in like some weird currency and we're like, I don't even know how much. So I paused for a second. I was like, something's not right, but that looks like a dollar sign in front of that.
Susan just bought the boys a Quest 3.
No doubt. Yeah, we could buy one to give away.
We could. Yeah.
Holy crap,
that is
crazy.
true. Yeah.
All right, what were we talking about though?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I have no clue. I'm getting hot. Though.
Okay.
I can't take this.
Yeah.
Man.
Are you still in vacation mode?
I am 100% in vacation mode. I'm dying over here.
Super chats come through. Tyler started taking his clothes off. He's got some crazy vacation shirt on.
That's okay.
All right. So what is the story with this shirt, real quick?
Story with the shirt. I'm still on vacation. Truthfully, I've been living this vacation for the last couple of months, man, and we've been kind of having some fun and doing some things. And speaking of, we got the Triumph done, which is incredible. Finally. So we've been driving that, which has been so good. If I get to a point, I thought about bringing some pictures in. Maybe I'll throw that on the Discord later or something like that if anybody is interested. But yeah, we've gone on vacation. We got to go some amazing places down in the Caribbean, which was super cool.
Heck yeah.
Carousel, if anybody looking for a place, go there. Magic Mike.
Susan activated Magic Mike mode.
Yeah. Vacation was super cool.
It was a fun summer.
It was.
I enjoyed the summer a lot. We had a kid earlier this year, and so it's been an awesome summer, but as the days start getting shorter, it gets dark earlier, it gets colder. I definitely have missed some VR and playing some VR, especially
me too.
hopping into the new Quest. But let's talk a little bit about the Quest 3, I guess.
Should we get into it?
I don't know.
We can talk about some of our other stuff that we've kind of been doing maybe later. But I think we should. I mean, it's kind of the elephant in the room, whether you are into, meta stuff or not. Some people are so against it, they don't want to look at it, and I totally understand. But it does have amazing benefits. Like for me, 2 weeks ago, I was this close to wanting to buy an Arrow, right? Yeah. The Varjo Arrow dropped their price in half.
Your Quest 2 has been struggling for a little while too.
And my Quest 2 has been struggling. I've had issues with WMR stuff on my PC lately with some compatibility things and open composite and whatever. But that's super chat. Sorry.
I know. People are still talking about it. That's insane.
So anyways, I was kind of at this point where I'm like, I just want to get something new. Well, then I'm like, if I get the Arrow, now I got to go to like a 4080. So it's not just the Arrow. It's also that, though I could run it with what I have. It's not really the best. So I'm like, let's just wait and see what this does. And I will tell you what, I think this is going to replace my G2. I really do, without a doubt. we're going to see how it runs with everything here.
Paradise Decay said that it finally replaced his Rift S, the Quest 3, because he loved his Rift S. He's been using that for a long time.
No, I know. And that's a great headset too because it's light, you know, and that's my whole thing.
That's a pretty big visual bump going from Rift S to Quest 3, I feel like. You know what I mean?
Huge,
like that. Right. I mean, one of the biggest things about the Quest 3 that I love is the lenses. Like the lenses of the Quest Pro was one of the things I love the most about the Quest Pro. So these lenses are a pretty big improvement over what we had in the Quest 2, you know, with the bigger sweet spot and just the new lens tech instead of the old tech that we've had for so long in VR headsets.
I agree. I think it's come a long ways. And I think they've done some things that I question, you know, camera placement. I'm just looking at like a couple random things. But other than that, I think
terrible head strap, like Michelle B said. They're so bad.
Stupid thing.
It's so bad.
Junk.
Like, I don't know how anybody. Like, I feel like I just wish. I wish they would do something, just because of the fact that I feel bad when somebody goes out and buys this headset.
Yeah.
Not
that's first
realizing that they're gonna have to get another head strap or something, because if you don't know, you've never done any research, you never really watched any videos. You're at Best Buy, Walmart, and you buy it on a whim, and you throw it on, and you play for like 30 minutes, and you're like, I'm going back to sit on the couch and grab a controller because this is so uncomfortable. So
now I wear a lot of hats, sunglasses, and stuff, and wearing that headset with the original strap, it feels like it's going to flip up constantly. Yeah. And I'm always trying to like pull it down like where a hat should be.
It's just so uncomfortable.
And it does not work. It feels constantly like it's coming off. Yeah. And I don't feel
maybe
comfortable.
Sly Dog even has a good, I mean, he said wish it didn't even come with a strap. So maybe have some other options. Like, I mean, like you said, I think in the one video we did, like, why can't they just do a cheap, like, elite strap with no battery? You know what I mean? Like, at least like this is
that's where I'm going with it right now, is because I was looking. So I got the M3 coming, right? I was lucky enough to get it. I don't know how, but I got through an order, right?
Yeah.
It says it's coming the 27th, but I'm like, I can't wait that long. Like, that's 2-3 weeks from getting it. I can't deal with that stupid strap anymore, right? So I'm like, I'm just going to try something. I kind of just went with the cheapest strap that isn't stretchy, right? Mm-hmm. And this head strap that you're seeing right here, which I'm just looking to see even who makes it.
I don't even know. It's
Maker. I'm gonna
the boxes over there.
I'll just throw this into the chat probably. But
how much was it?
It was like, I think $28.
Yeah, it wasn't like expensive.
32 with 20% off. It was like $28 for $28.
An elite strap.
It's an elite copy.
Yeah.
Go out and buy this thing, please. If you're waiting on the M3, I get it. Don't spend the extra money if you can wait the time.
I did put my Bobo. I had a so this is like a Bobo VR dock or whatever, so you can put the batteries on. I did put that on here. I don't love the placement of it that I have it on right now. I tried putting it on this top strap, but then when I was doing things, it would kind of wiggle around. So I tried putting it down here. It's a little too low. If I put it up on this one, though, then I can't work the dial, but...
So,
what do they call that?
Good,
AMSR or something?
Oh, gosh. Don't start that crap.
But for what it is, it's really... I mean, it's not a bad little strap for what it is. I mean, if you need something to get you by, I definitely would recommend picking that up, because I think there's not a whole lot of them available right now. I think every day there's probably going to be more and more popping up on Amazon and stuff, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's my biggest complaint about it, I think. And there's other little things that bother me about it, like right now, and maybe I'm doing something wrong, but when you go into your library in the Quest 2, there's no way to sort, right?
No, there isn't. In the headset, there's no way to sort anymore by like, it does it by, I think, date of use or access, because when I bought something on my phone, it showed up at the top. I will say that.
But like when I went in, I didn't download everything. I just downloaded the certain things I wanted right off the bat.
Yeah.
But then I had to scroll down and find them because it didn't there's no way to sort it, so they were still down wherever I last played it. So I don't know, that kind of bothers me, but that's simple software stuff that they can address. Not a big deal, but the headset overall, I mean, other than the head strap and the facial interface, those are the two things that I want to upgrade fastest.
I don't dislike the facial interface this time. I don't. It's not that bad.
I mean,
will I buy one? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do I think it's like a complaint for me? No, I don't. That's me.
It's just like the material. I don't like the material of the feel of it on my face. Like, I like the pleather so much better. You don't have a VR cover on every headset you have too. You know what I mean? With that pleather,
Absolutely.
But there are 3D print stuff going on. I saw somebody said Leggy Luke, DAS with cable tie, so deluxe audio strap. That's a great head strap. And I think somebody said it was on sale on Amazon for like $25 or 29. I don't know.
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't know. But so far, I mean, it's really got me back into VR. I do wish there was some really good launches with this as far as games and experiences. Like,
did we say that in our last video, or did we cut that out? We were kind of complaining about that at a point, because we need something to drop with this, right? To make this epic. Like, could you imagine if we had San Andreas drop with this, like untalked about, during Connect, and they released
rumors about GTA.
Oh yeah, right.
No, not good rumors. So I heard rumors, and I'm not going to say where this came from. I've actually, a couple people have mentioned it, but supposedly there is a possibility that Meta maybe jumped the gun on talking about GTA, and that it may not still be coming. I don't know. Be. And I mean, I'm not saying anything for sure. This is just things I've heard, through the grapevine. Right. There's a possibility they jumped the gun on talking about that, and that's why they didn't mention anything about it in the last Connect.
Once I didn't see anything with Connect, I pretty much lost hope in it, because why wouldn't they talk about it? Yeah. They need that. They need that buzz. Yep. And I know it's not their gaming showcase, but where was it then too? So we really haven't got anything. So
this is the one I think probably should have launched with it. Like, they should have had this one ready. This is the Assassin's Creed Nexus.
We can make it full screen too. If you
I don't remember how to do that. Which button?
4. Yes, sir.
There we go. Can we still do picture-in-picture with us? I don't remember if we set that up.
No, but I could probably add it in.
Yeah, we'll worry about it later. We'll probably crash something if we try to do it now. Whatever. But something like this, I don't understand why it wasn't ready, because this is a game with a big name that's going to bring masses in that want to play this and go out and buy a headset. You know what I mean? Like, there's no system seller right now, game-wise, for the Quest 3.
The other thing, too, is look how long they've been working on this. How did they not have this in their timeline that they said, when they started the project, this game needs to be done? They knew when they were releasing the Quest 3.
Yeah.
That has to be done by Quest 3 release. And maybe that was the case and it just wasn't ready.
Something happened, maybe.
But
it looks good. I mean, this should be.
It does.
It's still not going to be a full Assassin's Creed game. It's going to be, a version of a.
If you like Assassin's Creed, I mean, oh man.
Well, the thing, just watching this trailer though, the thing that I love about it is that, and we've talked about it before in the past, like, they were always played things so safe. Like, you're literally like swan diving off of things in this game and stuff. Like, they're not trying to play it safe. And hopefully you can actually, hopefully it's no like weird cutscene or anything. Like, just let me jump off of something, free fall, like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, right there. Like, I love that kind of stuff.
It looks to me like it will be. We'll see.
And maybe I still think they should have some options, because not everybody's going to want to do that in VR, but I don't know. But I think something like that should have been done. Something for mixed reality that really blows your mind should have been done.
I know.
So let me ask you this question. If you're a normal VR gamer, not an enthusiast like us or a lot of people in this chat, you have a Quest 2 headset, do you think you need to run out and buy a Quest 3?
If you like VR still in your Quest 2, then yes, because this headset's going to be around for a while. And you're already now, you might see a little price break maybe next year holiday for this thing, but I don't think till then. I see people say no.
I'm on the other side.
But at a point, if you want to keep playing VR and you want higher screens, you want to be more competitive.
Right now, like, there's nothing on this headset that you can't do on the Quest 2 except for some color pass-through right now.
No, I don't care about the color. Actually, when I look at this headset, I don't even think about the color pass-through. I think that is just an extra with it. But you are getting just the higher fidelity.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about any enthusiast. I'm talking about somebody that just has a Quest 2 and they maybe play every once in a while. Like,
I think I don't know. To me, I would.
Yeah, I'm not talking about us though. Like, that's what I mean.
But I like VR enough. I think if you really like VR and you want a better looking, this thing looks better looking through it all day.
So in my opinion, yes, it looks better. But if you have a Quest 2, is it worth spending $500 to $650 when you already have a Quest 2? All of these games we're talking about that should have been coming out, you can still play them on Quest 2. Yes, they're going to look a little bit better, maybe run a little bit better. The reason I asked some of this is because I've had a conversation with one of the people I work with, and I was like, "Oh, did you hear the Quest 3 is coming out?" And he's like, "What? There's another Quest?" And so we started talking about it, and he's like, "Oh, I really want to buy that." And I was like, "Oh, have you ever tried a VR?" And he's like, yeah, I had a Quest 2 for a little while and I never played it, so I returned it.
Right.
So in my head, it's like, well, if that was the case with the Quest 2 and you go out and buy a Quest 3.
Yeah, it's not that much of a difference.
Is it like really going to make any difference? Like, is it going to keep you, attached to VR more than the Quest 2 did? I don't think so. And so I told him, he's like, but I don't want to spend the money. I was like, I'll sell you one of my Quest 2.
Right.
My wife, she doesn't play hers ever since having the baby, and if she does, I still have my Quest 2. I was like, I'll sell it to you for cheap. And he's like, well, I don't want the Quest 2, I want the Quest 3. And it's like, I don't know, for somebody like that, I just don't see the reason to buy a Quest 3 if you have a Quest 2 and you're just a casual gamer. Like, I don't know that it's worth the money right now. My thing is I would wait a little while, wait for, some games to maybe more optimized for this or whatever, for them to start phasing out Quest 2. Quest 3 gets a little cheaper on sale or something like that. Pick it up.
The way I look at it, it's no different at all than saying this if a console comes out, right? No different.
No, there's games though that come out for that console that you can't play on the old console.
Only because they have them ready at launch. They could do that for this too.
But
they could,
didn't, though. That's what I'm saying. But they didn't.
I understand.
There's no, for a general consumer that already has a Quest 2, I don't see any reason to really go out and buy the Quest 3.
But that's just like an Xbox or a PlayStation. Unless there's one game that you want, then you're buying it for that game.
But
every game is backwards compatible.
That's the thing. If they would have done that, if they would have come out with Assassin's Creed for this and said, sorry, you can't play it on Quest 2, you can only play it on Quest 3, then heck yeah, everybody would have went out and bought it.
But I'm not looking at it from a software perspective. I'm looking at it from a hardware perspective.
And I mean, me personally, of course, I wanted to buy this day one. Like, it wasn't even a thought in my head. But I'm saying for a general person that just likes, VR occasionally, they're not really that into it.
It just depends on the person.
Do you think the Quest 3 is going to bring them into VR even more? Like, I'm going to play VR all the time now because I got this Quest 3 over my Quest 2.
Not unless MR stuff tricks something that you didn't know and is whole new to you.
But even that, there's really not much to do yet with that. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't even come out with any killer app for the mixed reality. I mean, the little tech demos they gave us are cool.
I'm not talking about apps, though. I can't look at a hardware thing and, like, judge it off the apps completely. I mean, I get it. It is because it's a library of what's offered, but I can do PC stuff with it. I can do other stuff too.
I just think it's a weird launch. Like, I feel like it's an awesome headset, and I really like it. But it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Like, I wish they would have invested more money like they used to into the big AAA kind of games. You know what I mean? Like, I know Asgard's Wrath 2 is coming, but even that's not out yet for this headset. Like, I feel like that there's just, when I talk to these people, there's no games and stuff like that that make them want to go from playing on the couch on a game that has super in-depth, flat game that's just amazing to them, to get them to stop playing that into VR. I wish there was a lot of money being invested into the games. But that's
everything. You're not going to go buy anything if there's not something there you want, right?
Yeah, and
so
I mean, it's the experience.
There's nothing
it's
in
the
this,
experience that gets you in VR, and that, for me at least.
But if there's nothing in this that is, something you want, and you don't care about the MR stuff, you don't care about a little bit better resolution, and there's no game that matter, then it's probably not an upgrade. But, I like buying stuff that's on the beginning of its life cycle, because then I have it through that whole thing. I don't want to wait till people that bought like a Quest 2 6 months ago. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree. I'm in the exact same boat as you, but I'm just saying for the general consumer.
Laggy Luke. Yes, I would agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
But Team Beef is already saying stuff that...
It's the ports. That's what's for a lot of people, that's what's keeping VR alive right now, is the ports and stuff that are from, the mods essentially that are making flat games.
And it is the more power that is in this to be able to do those things.
No,
and that's what Team Beef is saying, is that they have now been unthrottled essentially with what they can do to be able to produce something that's better. Yeah. So that's kind of cool. I mean,
I agree. I mean, I love the headset, and I've seen what they've done from Quest 2 launch until current Quest 2, the amount of updates that have come out, the amount of improvements that have came out. So me personally, I'm super excited about it. As, somebody that's not a VR enthusiast, I don't know how excited they'll be. That's my only thought, is that, and I don't know how much of a necessity it is for them. I mean, it's kind of pricey. The Quest 2 was so easy for somebody to just pick up at Walmart or Best Buy on a whim at $299. That was stupid cheap. But now $500 to $650 is not that kind of a whim price anymore, I don't feel like.
I guess, but isn't everything up?
But for us, it's awesome. You know what I mean? Like, for us, I love it. What do you think about the controllers? No ring anymore.
I think they're great. No problems with them. No issues.
So the only thing I've found, and you mentioned it the other day, and I've found myself doing it too, is that when you're playing VR and you want to do something with your hand, I would always grab the other controller and hold it with my pinky or my finger by the ring. And now it's like, I can't do that anymore. So it's weird. It's like an adjustment to me,
Two. So on these though, because this has the meta ones, the straps,
the overpriced.
So but I will say, when I go to take them off, I found myself doing it down here now. And when I take them off, I can hang them on that.
Yeah, that's true. And I don't have any straps on mine yet. I've tried to use my Pro ones, but it was covering up the IR rings.
I think it's just relearning, though. I don't think it's
not a bad thing. You don't clank them together. You know, a lot of gun games, you would hit those rings together sometimes.
Yeah, with like reloads and stuff. That was huge for us.
I actually like the meta ones, but I just don't want to spend the $40. They just seem overpriced. I'm trying to wait to see what third party
they are nice. Do. They're really solid. I mean, they're not. Somebody asked too, I think in the Discord, if they were stretchy. They're not stretchy, and I don't think I would want them stretchy either. They're a little,
yeah,
but
not really.
For comfort, for hand movement. But I think that's it.
The one nice thing I do like about those is that most of your third party is going to be like a silicone or something that goes over the controller. Like that doesn't cover up any of the part of the controller. It just
the other
snaps
part I
on
like too
wise.
is like battery replacement is just super easy. You know, it's just
they are nice. They're
fast.
just expensive. I don't know that I want to spend the $40 on them, but I'm going to wait a little bit and see what else comes out. I do need a VR cover. I hope that comes soon. But I mean, I don't know and I think the AR stuff is pretty cool. Like I know not a lot of people are as excited about like the mixed reality stuff. The one thing I did notice about this is I was playing some PC VR last night, and I was like, and I went to go do something on the computer to get it hooked up or whatever, and I went to take it off, and I was like, wait a minute, I wonder if I didn't have to because the pass-through, although it's not perfect yet, the pass-through quality isn't great. I can read my computer screen, so I can see the stuff I'm clicking on now, which is a big improvement over past stuff that was really hard to. I mean, you could kinda, but it was really difficult. Where this, I can read what's on and I do have a big computer screen that may help. But
and for me, it's true. And for me, what's nice is because I wear headphones over mine, because I like over your head, like these ones actually when I play, that I don't have to take the headphones off and then the headset up to be able to do something either, which is kind of nice.
No, I agree with that. I mean, I can even read my phone. Like, when I first did it, I was doing the nose thing, and I was like, oh, it's kind of hard to see out of this facial interface. And I was like, wait a minute, I don't really have to do that anymore. So that was actually pretty nice. I think the audio is pretty good, and I feel like the audio is maybe closer to Quest Pro. I feel like it's a little bit throatier, a little bit deeper. I don't know if it's as good as Quest Pro. I'd have to go back and forth. Quest Pro audio, I feel,
if it's
like
placement.
good.
If that, I should check the difference between Quest 2.
Yeah,
that arm though could be longer and getting it closer to your ear.
Yeah, that
maybe.
Could be.
I don't know. I should look at that, but it does sound better. I don't think it's the same though. It sounds better to me, unless.
Yeah, I think it does too. I don't know why exactly, because like even Quest Pro, I think was the same speaker driver as Quest 2, but it was just piped in different to your ear and it sounded better. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I think the pass-through is cool, and I think even the demo stuff was pretty cool to try out. And I want to see the future. Like, what was the girl's name that did the Quest song? I can't think of her name now.
Oh, Penji?
Penji, yeah. She mentioned something. She made a comment about she's going from Quest 3 to Quest 3 from Quest 1. Like, that's a huge upgrade. You know, much better than Quest 2 to Quest 3. Yeah, but she talked about she can't wait to the day where she can play Jumanji, you know, throughout the house in mixed reality. Yeah. And, like, that kind of stuff is going to be cool when we get to that level of mixed reality. Right now, it's kind of gimmicky, but...
I just want to say it's so good to see everybody. Yeah. I'm, like, reading all the people in chat. So good to see you guys.
And I love this because I've been out of the loop for a while, so people are like filling me in on information as I'm reading stuff. So Ray Holder said there's 4 speakers on the Quest 3.
Is that true?
I don't know.
I never heard that actually.
I have no idea. But like I said, I've kind of been out of the loop for a while, so I feel like there's so much stuff I need to, because before I was like constantly keeping up with the news and all. Right. And like this summer I haven't really done that. So now it's like, all right, I got to catch up on
my whole thing too,
everything.
I watched nobody's reviews. I didn't want to see anything. Sean's never that way
I
too.
I just started watching them. I watched a couple, I think yesterday or something like that, but I didn't watch really anything until, well, that's not true. I did. So I was watching the Kinect thing, and then I think I watched Virtual Reality Oasis. It was like it wasn't a review yet. It was the first impressions, and his went live, and I think then he pulled it back down. So I did watch that one. Yeah. I watched that one during the Kinect stream. So that's the only thing I watched.
I always want my impressions to be genuine from how I play things in the perspective, because even people like you can
become a level 1.
Oh, cheers!
Member. Awesome, thank you.
Lazo, cheers.
Yeah. Sorry, but yeah, you were saying?
So I always want my perspective to be from what I normally do and play, because people that can relate that, let's say they are into sim stuff or do more of the things that I do, it's coming from that perspective. So I never want to be biased of like what other people think and say and stuff. Just that's how I agree.
I kind of like to get my own perspective on it before, like, because if I watch too many reviews beforehand and I get something that somebody didn't like about it, then I'm kind of looking for that thing, or you know, vice versa. And I just want to kind of go in blank and be like, oh, I like this, I don't like this.
So that's the other thing. Could we be, or could somebody like you be watching the show in? Do we have an MR app that you could put up a TV at the moment?
They showed it in Kinect, but I don't think like YouTube and stuff like that is updated
No, not
yet.
YouTube.
So
don't they have that, the business, there's like a business software that has where you can put windows up. You could do it with that. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But like in the Connect show, they showed you walking around your house and Passthrough, and you having like a big TV like pinned over here.
Yeah,
and
they always show
else,
stuff that's not out there.
A picture of moving stuff over here. So I don't know. I don't know. That's definitely something that I think needs
I guess
to
you
happen.
could maybe just use the stock browser.
That's what I was kind of thinking. But there should be. So Artful and Sio is saying immersed. I'm not sure. Is that an app?
That's not the. I don't think that's the one I was thinking of. There's one that's like a productivity app where you can have
what you're talking. We were in there drawing
screens and
stuff
phone
on the
screens
wall.
and thinking stuff.
It's like a.
No, it just came out. I think it just came out for MR stuff, but it's labeled I think as like productivity under there or something like that.
Another thing, big, massive improvement is the IPD
Oh
slider.
my gosh, yeah, that was the first thing. No, not workrooms.
Yeah, the IPD slider. Though,
that's
instead
huge.
of having the 3,
I hated that.
I do have a little bit of trouble, and I think mainly my issue is right now is I don't have my prescription lens adapters like I usually use in my Quest 2, so I need to get some of those. But I am having kind of trouble dialing it in. I think to where
really?
I don't know why I can't get it set to where I perfectly like it. I keep messing with it, and I'm not sure about that. But I like the option of a wide range and not just 3 set.
I think the numbers to me, what work on the Quest 3 or like compared to the G2 are just a little lower. I think I run like a 64 on the. I think like on here it's a 63 that I tend to like.
I never go based off a number really. I just keep moving
do.
it until I see it until it looks the clearest to me. Like I don't know. But I mean, I love having that option. I did see that Meta released a depth API for Quest 3 as an experimental feature for developers to test mixed reality. Because I know it has the depth sensor in it. I didn't realize that I don't think it's fully functional at launch. So I guess that's something that's coming later. But they have released the API for some developers to mess around with that. Because you were talking about like hide behind your couch and like all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
I want to try that to see if once I locate some desk and some furniture and stuff, if that actually works. I didn't try that. I mapped out my whole area.
You could do that in
here.
Quest 2 though, like put your desk.
You can, but what I'm saying is in the MR apps, once you do that, does that provide occlusion behind something? I'm just curious.
I'm not sure about that. I don't mess with that. So.
Anakaze made a good point because I was so close to pre-ordering when they launched them. But Zenny is now working with Meta that you can get your prescription through them. I buy all my glasses.
All my glasses they have for years.
We've done that for. Remember when Zenny first started?
Yep.
You could order like a box of them and then return them. It was like a set of 4 to try and send them back.
Then, I think they've gotten a little bit more expensive. But back then, you can get a pair of glasses, prescription lenses, for $6 to $9. Like it was
$6.95 was my first pair from there.
So all of my glasses for years have come from
We've
Zenny.
done that
so I mean, their lenses are actually pretty good. Like I mean, I don't even think I get anything special. I think the only special coating I have on these is like an anti-glare. But I work in these things, do yard work, all the stuff, and the lenses still aren't even scratched up. So their lenses are pretty good for how cheap they are. So.
Okay, so for the app that I was talking about, it's called Soft Space, and you guys can look it up. But
I don't know that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's actually pretty intriguing, but I mean, you can see it. But I think
hold, please. I'm gonna watch the video.
I think that something like that, where you can just use your stuff and whatever you want.
So is this Passthrough though that they're in, or is that rendered environment?
I thought it was Passthrough, and that's kind of what it's advertised as. But that maybe it is rendered, but.
I mean, it looks like an actual environment, but I'm not.
It does, and I think it may be captured differently and overlaid, but because true Passthrough, and that's my one whole thing that drives me nuts. Because when I first tried the headset on, because Sean got back or wasn't at work and tried his, and I put it on, he's like, "What do you think?"
Yeah,
and
I asked him like right away what he thought before he went into anything. It was just
sadly, my first impression, I think it sucks, and because I think they did it completely wrong. They drop you in MR with the pass-through, and it looks like horrible resolution. I feel like they should drop you in a room in home, and then you're like, okay, let's map out your room, and it dissolves into pass-through. I think by them dropping you into that, it doesn't look like the screens are as good as they are. The only way I could tell was with the menu that was popped up.
That's true.
Was way better resolution, and I'm like, oh my God, it's crystal clear, like to read. And
Artful said he wasn't dropped in mixed reality. I was
too.
Yeah, when I first put it on, it was
straight into it, right?
Mixed reality, yeah. But I mean, and it's not that the mixed reality is so bad. I mean, it's better than what we're used to, but it's still not as good of resolution as the native panels of the headset. So it's not going to look as clear as what a VR environment compared to mixed reality. But I mean, it's still a big improvement from what we're used to. But
I just wish it was like the
and
same resolution as the screen.
There is a button to switch between home and mixed reality. But yeah, it put me right in mixed reality.
Shaggy
which I always run that environment anyways. I mean, even Quest 2 in the non-color, I always ran the passive environment. I just liked it better.
I will now because I couldn't stand the black and white.
It wasn't about seeing things. It just was about, I don't know. I just always liked it.
Where you were.
Yeah, I just always liked it. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I like it even better now. But so I don't know. I mean, but
I know it's here nor there, I guess. It works. I'm not excited for the MR stuff as much as just being a quality VR headset because that's just my style.
The functionality though of it,
I think it's going to be amazing.
And seeing screens, that's
the games and stuff I tried already and stuff are crazy. I mean, they're great.
Yeah, I think
Synth
the future.
Is a lot of fun.
Synth Rider's really cool.
I think Susan said that she didn't think she could keep up with Synth Riders. Try it.
You can try it.
It's not that bad. It really isn't. Like
I feel like it's easier than Beat Saber.
Oh, way easier.
I mean, Beat Saber, if it's a fast song, it's hard to.
Yeah.
So Synth Riders, it really, and there's different stage of songs and everything else, so you can start out a little bit easier. But
music's really good too.
Yeah. So I think talking about the mixed reality though a little bit, I did try this. He says 4. So I did try this. This is Piano Vision, and I don't have an actual piano or a keyboard. And you can actually what it recommends is like, what do they call it? The MIDI connector.
That's how I use my DJ stuff.
So they recommend connecting an actual piano or keyboard into the headset.
You can buy those fairly cheap too, actually.
Yeah, but I was just doing it like using my hand tracking on a counter, and it was pretty cool. I mean, I think it would definitely be better with a real keyboard or a real piano, but I definitely think this is a useful app that could teach you how to play things.
Oh, it's incredible.
So this kind of stuff is really cool, and this is available now for the Quest. So, I mean, if this is something, you've wanted to learn piano or keyboard, I would really be curious to see how quickly somebody could pick up on some stuff, using this. I think it's really cool. Classy Grandma!
Classy.
Oh, I've missed Classy Grandma.
Right?
I saw her in chat of Alex and Skiva yesterday, and I was talking to her a little bit about that, or a little bit in there, and missed her a lot. She's awesome. So she said, OMG, you guys are back. Whoop, whoop. Sean, you're in trouble, boy, for not telling me. I thought I did say something in the chat.
I tried.
I said soon.
I put it
Maybe
out.
I said soon.
I put it out last night, and I asked everybody on our Discord to try and help us get it out because a lot of people didn't expect us coming and stuff, obviously.
Yeah.
We talked about it a little bit in some of the comments and stuff on our last video, and we had our video back, so it kind of was a little bit.
We didn't really know for sure this weekend. We were just like, well, maybe we'll try to get back together this weekend and do a show, but we didn't know. Even last night, we're like, so we doing a show tomorrow? We're not doing a show tomorrow? We're like, yeah, we could probably do a show. And I was like, I mean, I haven't kept up on news like all summer, so I feel kind of out of the loop. But
it's all good.
But it's all good. But there's also, before we get off the mixed reality train, there's somebody posted this in our Discord, but this is the Prey Dog mod for Tekken 7 in mixed reality.
Right.
Pretty cool. I mean,
make that one full screen.
4? Okay. Yeah. I can't ever remember.
Yep.
but I mean, it's pretty cool to see this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like the future of what we could do, even old school games, Mortal Kombat, Tekken, even Super Mario Brothers, like trying to do map out an area to play Super Mario Brothers through, different environments and stuff. I don't know. It's really cool.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's awesome.
But the technology is definitely not advanced enough yet, or not the technology, but the software where people are really putting a lot of really cool stuff together. But I think the future will be kind of neat as they have more of these headsets out there, and the pass-through quality is pretty good.
And developers get to try them and say, hey, this is viable for what we want to do or a project we are thinking about now. I mean, think about all the developers that did all the AR stuff just in the phones. If they start coming over to this side and implementing some of that they've been working on,
so
awesome.
More VR just said about Paradise Decay did a Thrill of the Fight mixed reality. Thrill of the Fight.
They dropped. I think it dropped yesterday.
No, I was trying to look up things to play. I saw the Drop Dead to Cabin was supposed to have update for mixed reality, but it's not out yet. I was trying to figure out how to get that working last night, but I would have tried because I love Thrill of the Fight.
I think it was yesterday. I think. And
it does look cool. I gotta look up PD's video and I gotta try that out. That's really cool.
Yeah, it does look sweet.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's cool stuff, and there's cool stuff coming. Like, I think. I forget how to do this.
What do you want to do?
There we go. Lego.
Oh, I'm so amped for
I
this.
know. How cool is that?
Like, do you know how many? I have Legos sitting there. I have Legos in
there's
my
literally
office.
Legos over there. But I love Legos. Like as a kid, this was like Hot Wheels cars and Legos were my go-tos. As a kid. So this. I think this is going to be pretty cool. I hope it's as fun as I imagine it being.
I feel like this could be a full game though too. Like I know it's a game, but like a whole world. Like, could you imagine if you were able to build a whole world inside of your room and house?
I think you can.
Is it that unlimited? It looks to me like it's like a tabletop square, like you can only build inside of.
I mean, maybe, but I don't know.
Right. However, I think it's epic.
Just an update away, though.
Oh, it's so cool.
They could totally, if that is the case right now, they could still update it and make it,
Yeah.
And I don't know, has anybody tried maxing out the play space?
Yes.
What was it?
It does the exact same thing as Quest 2.
That's a bummer.
Yep.
Because I did...
my space cuts off right here where we're at. I tried to do my whole play space area, other room, office, and it has a line going like right... I can make it to my refrigerators back here, which is good, but I can't get back in here, which I would love to have this as a desk too, maybe.
Hopefully they can make it bigger, because I remember I tried that first-person shooter game in Quest Pro, and I was able to do the VR room and like some of the living room space outside of that, but it wasn't as big as I wanted to make
R1
it.
can
you
do
know
it.
What I mean? Yeah,
There's
but
unlimited.
that thing's supposed to be like $1,200 now. If
I know.
like that's the like what? That seems too much.
Well, I think because they're
focusing on business now.
Well, they're focusing on using it as a actual like commercial MR headset that you can do productivity stuff and have it on and feel comfortable and look past the lenses and not feel like you have something on. So I understand what they're going for, and I've heard they've had some pretty large orders too, I think, for that commercially. Maybe. So that's good to hear. But
I mean,
Demeo, I haven't tried that yet either.
Demeo,
yeah, shut up.
Everybody says it's different stuff. We tried it on Quest Pro. Remember, we did mixed reality on Quest Pro.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That game's awesome. That game, we should go back into that game. And also
BAM too.
Yeah,
that's
BAM.
the other
I haven't
one
played that one yet. That looks pretty good. Some people were talking about that on the Discord. And what was that other one that just came out on Meta Quest that is co-op multiplayer new releases? I can't think of the name.
Wait.
Why does the Meta Oculus app load so slow? Does yours do that too?
Does it still say Oculus 2 somewhere?
Probably.
I swear it still does. So you're wondering what a...
Dungeons of Eternity.
Oh, yeah.
So people have been talking about that. I think I'm going to pick that up today.
Gazzlers too. I heard that was good.
Huh?
Gazzlers?
I don't know what that is.
I heard that was pretty good.
What's
Gazzlers?
Fun. What is it?
New app. Game.
I'm telling you, I haven't been keeping up with stuff, so...
I know. You've probably seen it.
Oh.
No?
Yeah. Is it multiplayer?
That I don't know.
So Dungeons of Eternity is single user, multiplayer, and co-op. So let me know, Dungeons of Eternity. Yeah, I should have just read in there. Somebody would have said it. Anakaze said it. But, there you go. Traveling Man said Dungeons of Eternity is so good.
Oh, really?
Have you guys tried Immersed in mixed reality?
No,
I don't think so.
I want to try Xstadium too. Did Xstadium
drop
their
before,
MR stuff?
But I haven't tried that yet.
I know I don't know if their MR stuff's out or not yet. I'm curious about that as well. Just because I think that would be super cool for, if you're watching sports games, could you have like 4 sports games up like in front of you on a wall?
I mean, you should be able to do that
cool.
just in the Quest native soon, hopefully, at some point.
Yeah, but that has live events and like actual stuff, not replays on YouTube and stuff like that. But
you know what I'm really excited for?
Here we go. It's going to be bad because he always does this.
No, it's not. This is good.
Yeah, I already know. Arizona Sunshine. Don't even need to see it. Vertigo Games.
Dude, how much fun did we have playing the full campaign of this game together back in the day?
Epic.
On CV1.
Epic.
Like, I still have memories
how about
of
the
you
helicopter
screaming
part?
because I took the flashlight and all you had was a glow stick down in the tunnels or whatever it was.
Horrible.
Dude,
horrible.
It was so much fun. Like, the fact that you can play this game in co-op is just...
To me, the true winner that nobody talks about in this game is the audio. The audio in this game, I don't know if it's location-based or the sounds that they make are truly terrifying.
You're talking about the first one, even.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I'm.
And I feel like it was so much more scary because that was when we first got VR. Like, an experience. Like, I remember genuine
I think
fear.
they put you into scenes. Walking into that first house, you walk down the steps, and the refrigerator pops open. Those
Fred pops out.
Dude.
I remember being scared, but I still feel like
they did
some of it was because it was new, and like I feel like things were just much more scarier in VR when we first got it because we weren't used to it. Like, I remember the genuine fear of when I heard something behind me and I turned around and there was a zombie in my face. Like, I don't know that I would still have that same reaction now because I'm a little more put back, but it was so much fun. Like, the memories of that was so good. Somebody did do a super chat.
I don't know. There was
scroll back up just a minute. I missed it because we were talking. There it is. Laszlo.
Oh, Laszlo.
$2 super chat. Thank you. Said, found you. Good thing. I set up notifications. Yeah, that's a good thing.
Absolutely.
Because we haven't been around in a while.
No, we appreciate everyone that signs up for notifications, likes, does all that stuff. We're here just for you guys, but
so Ken
it is
Ross
cool for us to
mentioned Immerse as well. I did just hit the download on that on my phone.
That's sweet.
To grab
we'll
that.
have to look at that one.
Yeah, anything, like I was even asking last night, like I've been out of it for a while and I was kind of struggling on new things that I saw that were out that I really wanted to play. So I ended up going back into some of the older things like Contractors and Breachers and stuff that I've always loved, which is fine. But I mean, if there's something that, you guys are like Dungeons of Eternity, people are saying that's really good. Like I want to get that and play that. So if there are recommendations, because I have been out of it for a while, please please let me know because I'm looking for some new things to play. And you know me, multiplayer co-op I love. So I'm
still just Sims right. Just, they're checking it for me. Like if you have a PC that can do it, please just do yourself a favor and pick up either a steering wheel or something. Yeah, it's so much fun.
It is fun. I mean, I've loved that Gran Turismo in VR and PSVR 2, and that's, I mean, I don't know, I think you made the right call on PSVR 2.
What?
Not getting one.
Yeah, I know.
There really hasn't. There's not been nearly the exclusives and the stuff that I thought were going to come out for that. Like even just looking to see what's come out since, you know. And I do need to play the Sierra Squad one and the other shooter game that was on the first PSVR. I can't think of what it's called now, but you know what I'm talking about. I know because somebody will say it real quick. But Paradise Sky. I have heard about Genotype. I did think about picking that up, so that might be another one I need to hop into. But
yeah, I know.
Oh, they don't have co-op right off the bat in Arizona Sunshine too? But I bet it will be. What? I did not know that.
They didn't in the first one.
They didn't?
I don't think so. On release, they did not have co-op. Remember. We waited on co-op because you had to put the cartridge in, remember? In the trailer. Maybe. And I don't think they didn't have the co-op cartridge.
I'm going to be really bummed if it doesn't have co-op right off the bat. Just play Crossfire Sierra Squad on PC. Oh, I didn't know it was on PC too. So yeah, I mean the PSVR 2 is still very uncomfortable for me. So I haven't really wanted to go back into PSVR 2 a whole lot. But
there's not.
Yeah, you made the right call. I thought you were crazy. I was like, dude, go buy a PS5.
It's going to be the next game changer.
But I just really thought there was going to be tons and tons of really good game drops coming for that, and there just really hasn't been. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
It's hard to get. There you go, Firewall Ultra.
Firewall Ultra. Yep.
You're getting console developers to now develop for VR, and they probably don't want to. They're probably just stuck in there.
I don't know. Because, I mean, a lot of stuff you're going to be able to play, you know, PC VR as well, just like Sierra Squad.
Right, but that's the thing. We've seen a lot of PC VR games and companies from, you know,
I did play Resident Evil on PSVR too.
Those were the people pushing games to PlayStation. It wasn't PlayStation developers making their games VR. You know, I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. I did try. You know me. I had to try.
I told you so.
Oh, it's not playing.
What'd you do? You broke it.
I know. I did try the Mamut Apto. Maybe I just need to pull it back in here. But I did try the Mamut Wasp
with the Quest 3.
Yeah, with the Quest 3.
And you got it to work usable, but you can't. So because it doesn't have the rings on top, which is how you always fasten the Quest 2 into the controller adapters, there's no way to really fasten it in.
Yeah, but I mean, it still worked. So my only thing, like, because you're still holding the controllers, the only thing that I had an issue is if I let the gun stock go down to my side or whatever, then the controllers would fall out because they don't loop around the top. So I'm sure they're probably working on cups and stuff for these controllers, but it still works. So if you already have one, I just took the ring off, you know, and looped it all the way around. You have a lot more string pulled through, but you can still use it as like a grip on your hand. So it still works pretty good. I was playing some Contractors for the first time in a while. I wanted to see if the gun stock was going to work. And I wanted to test the tracking too. And it seemed to track pretty good. I every once in a while I had a little bit of a glitch, but I'm not sure if that was because I was using AirLink or if that was, you know, controller tracking with the gun stock. I'm not sure because I was playing the PC VR version here. So, but it does work. It's pretty cool.
I put a poll up in chat. So if you're watching this live, you can vote on that.
I honestly thought almost 100% of people in here maybe bought, because I mean, a lot of these are VR enthusiasts. You know what I mean? Like most people that watch this aren't like.
Yeah, but again, if you have a Quest 2, just like you were arguing, is there a point? So, you know, it's a lot of money to put to something if you're not 100% in.
Yeah, that's my point. I mean,
right.
I do.
No,
agree
I agree.
With that.
I agree too. But you have to be 100% in. That's my thing. If you want it, you want it.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I was super excited about it. But if I was just totally a casual VR gamer that played every once in a while with a Quest 2 already, I don't know that I would have picked it up.
I'll be over the moon when I get my Bobo M3.
Oh, I know. So, me too. This ain't bad, but that strap's actually pretty good. It's definitely gonna hold me over because I even text you when you were still at work and I was telling you about it. And you were like, "How is it?" And I was like, "Man, I can only do about 30 minutes with the strap that's on there. It's just struggling too much. Like I can't really get into it." So
I kept watching. I'm like, I was hoping the Bobo was going to drop the day of release. They kind of tried to, but didn't. And it's still out a couple weeks.
Pre-order came out, and then it said unavailable, but you snuck one in there.
Yeah, so. I don't know how either, but hopefully it comes.
Hopefully
don't know how. Yeah.
All right, scroll down on that. See what we're missing. I am curious for people in chat that are, you know, semi VR enthusiasts that have the Quest 2 that haven't picked up the Quest 3, what your guys' reasons are. Is it price? Is it, you know, no exclusives that you're missing out on? Is it just, you know, not enough of a big bump, or what
There you
is
go.
it?
So Aquatic Borealis says, I have a Reverb G2 waiting on more apps and games before I buy something new. And
Yeah,
that's the thing. It's a toss-up. You know, it is. I will say, I think this looks exactly visually like the G2, but a little wider, because I've been spending a lot of time in the G2.
Yeah,
so I feel like I got more
it's a little
peripheral.
bit better.
The peripheral's
sure.
good on this
Yeah.
compared to where the G2, I feel like in a car, when I look to my mirrors, I have to like turn a little more. I feel like I got a little more in this. And I don't know if it's because I can really sock the lenses in a little more and get closer.
True.
But
pretty close to the lenses.
Yeah,
The lenses
that's
are
huge.
definitely bigger. You know, the lenses are bigger. And I think they did the canted displays in these, if I'm not wrong. I'm not sure. But I think they did the canted.
the angled,
like that,
right.
Yeah.
Could have.
So,
Yeah.
I don't
Somebody asked where we were. I saw somebody answered.
I don't know. It's hard to keep up
I know.
sometimes. They're in the basement
I know.
game room bar
You guys are
area.
moving.
Yeah. Phew, free at last after Fluke. Fluke is back. Fluke, has he been playing Dungeons of Eternity? Fluke is so fun to play with. He's just like, his personality and just his laugh is like contagious, and he's just he's such a fun person to play VR with. So definitely need to hop into something. Maybe you guys can show me the ropes in Dungeons of Eternity if you guys been playing that.
Oh, Pro Era comes out on Monday. That's good to know. That's
Pro Era
cool.
2, huh?
Yeah. Sweet.
That was one game that I was impressed with the head haptics in PSVR 2, though. When you get tackled, and that was the only game I
right.
really remember thinking was pretty cool with that. But yeah, there you go. He said Dungeons of Eternity is awesome, so I'm gonna pick that up for sure.
That's awesome. Man, it's good to see everybody, man.
He said Fluke is a legendary podcast star. He really is.
Yeah.
I'm kind of upset that we never recruited him a long time ago, because he's so good at it. He's so good at it. Gary stole him up, which is awesome. They have an awesome show,
it's great. No,
which I actually haven't listened to any VR stuff pretty much all summer, so I need to get back into that. And I think they actually made a new channel for their podcast, so it's not on the Immersed Robot channel anymore. You can feel free to put a link in there, Fluke, because it is an awesome show that I think everybody should check out. But I think it's on a whole new channel now, so I'm looking forward, as I'm getting back into VR, I'm looking forward to checking that out. I did see. I did watch Virtual Strangers episode just the other day that had Anthony in it, because they had Anthony on. So that was interesting to listen to. I missed Anthony.
Anthony's back, huh?
Well, he's not back, I don't think. He said he hasn't played VR in like 2 years.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he said he's pretty
Come
much.
on, man. Come on.
Yeah,
Make it this far. Pick
I
this
don't
up.
know, but it was interesting to listen to him, though. I was really curious to see what Anthony had to say. And, you know, especially since I've been out of VR for a little while too, not as long as him, but yeah. So I don't know. It's interesting.
I haven't been out. I've just been simming, man. Oh,
yeah, you've just been doing nothing but sim.
so good, man. You got to get over there and try it.
Yeah,
you have to
for sure. So the other one that I'm pretty excited about, we've known about. That's not it. This one. Because this one's supposed to have co-op too, Ghostbusters.
I'm surprised this almost didn't launch.
I know. I just don't
the
understand.
headset.
Like, this one's been around for a long
know.
time. Like, how did at least something, you know what I mean? Something that makes people pick up the headset. I don't know.
Yep.
So,
I know.
Shirzad Khan City said, returned Quest 3 once I saw LCD blacks. Own a Quest Pro. Yeah, that is true, because the blacks are going to be better in Quest Pro.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, a Quest Pro, if it wasn't so expensive, I still think Quest Pro is like a killer headset. I really think Quest Pro is a good headset, but it's just that price point that I think it's still $1,000, isn't it? 900 and some bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's an expensive headset, but it is a really good headset, though.
I mean, you do get the controllers, you get the better tracking, so you don't have to worry about the overhead stuff. So if you do play Beat Saber, though, you can buy those controllers separate. Yeah. Or this headset, you're still cheaper, but
so now it's a Recentered podcast channel. That's the name of the channel. So there's the link. I definitely recommend checking it out, because it's one of my favorites to listen to be honest. I mean, they're just good guys. So.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
and involved, very much so.
Immersed visor thoughts. I don't know what that is.
I don't either.
See, I'm out of the loop. You guys got to fill me in on some
I don't
of this
actually
stuff.
know either on that one.
Quest 3 for standalone, Quest Pro for PCVR. I'll tell you, man, Quest Pro looks really good hooked up to PCVR. So I don't know that I mean, the Quest 3 looks good too, but I do think the Quest Pro probably still looks a little bit better hooked up to PCVR for sure.
Probably should. Yeah. I mean, the screens are better.
Ghostbusters should be pretty good, though.
Yeah.
I think
that'll be a fun game. Yeah, and that is supposed to be co-op. Is that...
I don't know if it's 2 or 4.
I know, that's what I was wondering too.
I think it's 4.
Was it 3? I was thinking it was something weird. Might have been 3 or something.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, that is one thing. Somebody was saying, Dave was saying about the Pro controllers and the Quest 3 controllers with golf club adapters. So I know there's a lot of the accessories there. People are kind of trying to figure out what
how
they
to backwards
do.
compatible. Make
Well,
them
I mean,
work,
without a tracking ring, you know what I mean, that sometimes can't be seen as easily, and you know, I don't know, to be kind of interesting. But it is nice to have the smaller. And what I really like about these controllers is I brought my headset over here, so I used a case.
Yeah.
And I hated putting controllers in cases because you had to kind of like intertwine them through the hoops. And it was just always a pain in the butt to me. So that's nice to not have to worry about it anymore.
Oh, it takes up way less room.
Yeah.
Way less.
Yeah, way less room for sure. So, I mean, you could just throw them in a pouch or whatever now. And I'm not as worried about like breaking the ring. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like if it's in a bag that's getting thrown around, I was always afraid the ring would break.
Or even like when I put them in the Mamut and I strap them down real tight, I can see that ring flex a little. And that always makes me nervous because I really like them in there tight.
True that.
But
there was another game I played today actually when I wanted to try out some PCVR stuff on the Quest 3, and I came across this, and this is called The Burst. It's on Steam, and it's not out yet, but there's actually a free demo. So I hopped in and checked it out, and I think it's kind of cool. I think it's got some potential. It's definitely not a finished game or anything yet, but it has a little bit of stride feels because it's got like the swinging, wall running, jumping. How to jump and run. But it's like it's supposed to be in like a post-apocalyptic kind of a world, which I mean, it's got some gunplay and some enemies, which I feel like the gunplay had a little bit to be desired. But there were some cool vehicles in it.
I was watching a dev stream on it, and they were really like pushing how they're working a story into this. You know, they're not just building a game and fitting a story into it. They're trying to really like feed into a story in this game, which is good. You know, we have good stories in some game like Red Matter.
Sorry for the little pop up that recorded on the screen down there. And I was like, whatever. I already played it for like 30, 45 minutes. There was no going back playing it again to keep the footage. But like these vehicles here, like they're kind of cool, and they worked pretty good once I figured out how to do them, you know, because you actually steer. Like some of them, they wanted you to steer with the thumbstick and do some weird stuff, but it was, you know, trigger on this hand for gas, trigger on that hand for brake, and it worked pretty good. Like I said, the gunplay still has a little bit to be desired, but it's not a finished product yet. It's just a demo. But if you do want to play this, the demo is available on Steam. I think it's worth checking out because I think the game could be pretty cool once it actually releases and comes out.
Hardcore Borderlands.
That's what. That's honestly kind of what it felt like.
Stride and Borderlands and
I think it's pretty cool.
It does look cool.
I mean, for a free demo, if you want to hop in and check it out.
That part reminds me of pod racing.
Oh yeah,
from Star Wars,
where you see all the
like
little
pod racers,
you see the stuff flying by.
The old school game from like '64, like Star Wars Pod Racer.
Gotcha.
Oh, love that game. Such a good game. But that's what that looks like to me. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. So
sure.
I think if you want to check it out on Steam, there's a demo. So you can check out the demo. Nice. I hope it works with the y'all too. I did see that if Lo-Fi ever comes out, I don't know when that's ever supposed to come out, but he's planning on doing some y'all 2 integration for the air car style.
Whatever you want to call it.
I don't know what you call that, but the flying car. Yeah, so that would be pretty cool. I mean, hopefully I don't know if that update is like out because you can still play the game as it's being developed if you backed it or if you buy the, I don't know, whatever it is, like the early access stuff to it. So I don't know if that's going to be out to where I can check that out, but I feel like that'd be pretty cool.
That would be. The only problem I see with that maybe a little bit is if you want to do the standing part, would be really cumbersome to get out of the yaw. But if all you want to do is fly around and then play seated, you're probably good to do that too. But you know, if you want to, I like to stand up in games where I'm actually standing.
Yeah, when you're standing and walking around, that'd be kind of the hard part. But
unless it was No Man's Sky, I would love to play No Man's Sky in the yaw. Oh, I would stay seated in that. That'd be so good.
I wonder if anybody's
to pitch up and go out to space with that. Oh,
that would be sweet. And it pitches so far too. Like I mean, if you don't set the limits, it'll go
70 degrees.
It'll go,
which feels straight up.
Yeah,
it feels straight up.
It does. When you're in it, it's like, holy crap! I feel like I'm gonna fall out.
With a headset on, like a 20 or 30 degree angle feels straight up to me.
Yeah,
I don't know why. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy. But
I want it.
Somebody just said about Stride. I did grab that too. Stride Fates.
Or wait, did you get
what?
Stacked?
No.
Ooh, I like Stacked, man. The gameplay, for whatever reason, is so much fun in Stacked. I haven't
played that one much. I think I hopped into it.
So what I love is the mechanics of the weapon that you have. Right, it's essentially a frisbee, right, to kill people. But once you throw it,
it's like
your hand can control where it goes. I'm trying to think. There was a movie with something like that.
I don't remember that. So
and when you throw it, you can like move your hand. So if somebody's hiding over top of something, you can take that disc and go over their head and then throw it down, and it'll hit them and take them out. It's so much fun because
I have to try that. I remember you really liking it, but I don't know if I tried it.
It's like bullet control essentially. Like you can control and like throw it around something and bank it off a wall.
That sounds neat.
It's so cool. I love how it plays.
Sounds pretty cool.
It's just different.
So I think it was VR Mom. If you scroll up a little bit, she was saying that Thrill said in a video that he was playing No Man's Sky in the catwalk,
Oh,
that
yeah,
pretty much
sure.
changed right there. No Man's Sky and Catwalk. He said it changed how he played the game.
Sure.
So
Yeah, I wouldn't want to get out and walk from my ship too far, probably.
yeah, right. I mean,
No, I'm
doing
kidding.
20 miles in the
Right?
Catwalk, that'd be killer.
My gosh.
But so here's some of the combat. I guess you could see here a little bit in the game. Like I said, combat I think needs a little bit of work, but it
Sure.
definitely has potential.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. It was pretty cool.
Breachers. Yes,
Breachers. I was playing that the other day too.
I've been playing that on the new headset. It's hard for me to get away from Breachers. I just love it. I love the audio to it. I love the gameplay style. I wish the ship. And I told you this. I wish they utilized the ship map more.
Yeah, instead of
A
well, I mean,
little
it's
bit.
just meant to be such a close
know.
quarter combat game, but
It is, but I feel like I wish the places, the hold points would be in the building, but you started on the other side, and like maybe people could try to pick you off, kind of like how I said, what's the 80s show that I'm obsessed with, where you run through the gauntlet stuff. Why can't I think of what it's called, even though I love it so much?
somebody will say it in chat.
It's escaping my brain right now, but it would give me those feels. Why can't I think of that? Gosh, somebody will save me. But
Yeah.
where you would be running up to get to something and hiding behind all those containers and stuff and trying to get there. I feel like that. Keep wanting to say
I know.
Ninja Warrior, and
No,
I
it's
know
not
it's
that.
not Ninja Warrior, but
American Gladiators.
American Gladiators.
Yeah, I
There
was
we
like,
go.
I
You
saw
beat
it
it.
my tongue.
There
but
we
I
go.
can't-
Chris
yeah.
got it. Millisecond
He
after.
beat me to it probably.
But yeah, so that's kind of would give me those feels, and I would love that. I think that would be so cool to try and like distract, get it to a point, get inside, and then you know. But whatever, teach their own. But I still think that would be the most amazing game ever.
You gonna play Stride Fates?
I don't know.
You like
I
Stride.
like it. I like their
I
mechanics.
feel like you
and
liked
stuff.
it better than me. I feel like I could never get like 'cause it's doing like the speed runs and
Oh, I
stuff. I
love
feel
it.
like I could never get really fluid at it.
I'm good at that. I like
But
it.
what was the game that we used to play on Xbox that was kind of like Stride? Mirror's Edge.
yes, Mirror's Edge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what this
Yep.
reminds me of. But this looks like I don't know. This when I see this trailer, like this reminds me more of like a Boneworks kind of like Boneworks mixed with Stride. I don't know.
Kind
why.
of. Yeah.
That's what I feel like
Kinda.
the quick movements and I don't know. Like I
Sure.
almost feel like I'm watching a Bone Labs or Bone. What is it? Boneworks, Bone Labs.
Yeah, Bone Labs is the.
It looks
company.
pretty good. I don't know. It looks pretty good, and
Right.
it looks a little bit less dependent on being quick, fluid, parkour.
Right.
Which I think I would appreciate because I feel like I didn't play it enough to feel like I was super fluid and really good at being quick on all those transitions.
It's almost like you just need to play the regular Stride, get good at it, and then play this or
maybe,
something.
but I mean, this doesn't look like it's as dependent on it. Like right there, they are, but he's just climbing and wall running. So I mean, I don't know.
it's going to be the whole movement system.
It looks pretty
so-
good, and I feel
but
like
yeah.
even the first one, like I feel like they did a really good job.
Yeah.
I just didn't play it enough to get really good at it. But I don't know. I definitely feel like a Boneworks Bone Lab. I almost feel like I'm watching it right now, a trailer for Bone Lab, like using
Right. No, yeah. No,
using that
I agree. I get it.
crowbar
Yeah.
and stuff.
Right, the
I don't know.
crowbar.
Yeah.
Right.
It's cool though.
Yeah. No,
So,
it looks good. Yeah, the
yeah.
arms. I think the arm movements
Something about it. Yeah, something about it. But I think it's going to be pretty good. This is
give me
definitely-
motion sickness, Philo said. Yeah.
Yeah, it
I
might
know.
cause some motion sickness for people, but
Maybe.
I feel like though that we have some good games in the pipeline coming up. You know what I mean? I feel like there's some pretty good things I'm excited about. I just wish they would have launched alongside Quest 3 because like I put the
for
headset
sure.
on and I found myself just going back into the games that I've played a ton of, and I think.
Right.
Like for me, I love multiplayer games like Contractors and stuff, so I never really get tired of those games.
I don't either,
But
yeah.
I still want something fresh. With a fresh headset, I want something fresh that
I do
I've never
too.
experienced
Yeah, because
before,
you want those
know?
memories of having that new headset with this new game and like having an epic experience. And that's usually what can tend to happen with a lot of console releases and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I feel like with VR, nothing ever tries to time up. Like,
I don't know
because we
why.
get games releasing on PC, we get PC headsets, we get mobile headsets, we get companies that are doing cross releases and trying to release on PlayStation and Quest 2 and then on Steam. And it's just kind of all over the place a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't bother me because I like finding games that, nobody talks about. The one that nobody talks about, and I would love to go back and try on this headset. I was thinking about this last night. It escaped my brain is not where I need my
I know.
coffee.
I swear once the cameras are on, like brains just
I
don't
know.
function as
Yeah,
well.
we can sit here and talk
We're
about
getting like radiation
what's-
or something. I don't know.
or whatever. Yeah. Right. Why? Because we're strapping batteries and the
I
whole
know,
computer to
yeah.
our face.
I can't,
yeah,
I
probably.
can't understand why that would happen.
Stormland. Artful got it without me even
yep.
saying it. But
And as soon as he
I've
said it, I figured that's
before.
what you were talking about.
Right. And I feel like now that game could have matured enough and the visuals in this headset and it's an
was a good
Oculus.
game.
It was a good game.
It's a good game.
And I would actually really like to get back in and try that now again.
Multiplayer co-op.
And it looked really good. And now with the better visuals,
Yeah, that
I
probably
haven't
looks,
played that since
I haven't
probably
played it in a long time either.
what, Rift Quest 1 era? I don't think I played it on the Quest 2 because I didn't.
No,
because I never got Link really working good with Quest 2. So
I feel like, yeah, probably Quest 1 Rift S days, right? When that launched?
yeah, absolutely it was. It probably released with the Rift S or around then, close to it.
Maybe.
Oh, might not have co-op anymore? Really?
Oh, maybe not the servers. They might not have the servers anymore. That would suck.
How could they kill that game down? Like, that would...
Oh, they have it unable to buy. Yeah,
What?
you can't buy
No
it
way.
anymore. Yeah,
Huh.
what about the
That
other
would be
one we
sad.
played?
Because that's a really good game, actually.
What about the one where we had to get back to Earth?
November 2020 on Stormland.
Say.
Oh, From Other Sons.
From Other Sons, that's a good game too.
That's a great game. I just wish it went to mobile. If they just dropped that for mobile,
Yeah.
From Other Sons. Yes, Phil. Yes.
So Space Dennison said, I'm loving the Quest 3, y'all, which I think that's going to be the perception for most people. Like, it is an awesome headset.
And then who was it? Technoglitch just said, like, should I wait for a light, I think is what he said.
A light?
Yeah, like a light version of the headset.
Oh. I mean, I think with the Bobo, even with this head strap, it's not bad. I mean, it's, I don't know, like, you talking weight-wise?
No. Light, like,
oh,
as
the one
in,
that's coming out is supposed to be cheaper.
Correct.
Yeah. Isn't that supposed to not come with controllers, though?
I think it's all rumor mill still, but
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't think I would probably get anything but this. I couldn't go backwards. I think a light essentially is just going to be a rewrapped Quest 2 maybe on the new processor.
I guess it
I don't know.
depends.
I don't know. Maybe not, but I don't know.
I
What's a
guess it
light
depends on
compared
what
to
it's
this?
gonna
What are they going to
be.
do? What are they going to
don't
take
know.
off this to become a light? They're not including a head strap on this. What do they maybe not have a depth sensor?
And the controllers.
Or maybe no MR. Maybe it's just a VR headset. Yeah. That I could see. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-oh. We got
Could
some
be.
spam going on here. Figures this from
This
a
little
Roblox
guy.
person.
This little guy.
Put him in timeout.
Yeah.
Kick him.
I am working on that. I can't get to it because now there's hearts.
I know. You don't want to heart his comments. Oh, you can't. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
All right.
He's
fine.
bullying
You're killing me. You're killing me.
He's bullying me.
He's a bully. You get so scared.
But yeah, I don't know. I think Quest 3 is a pretty awesome headset. I think the launch was weird with no exclusives, or not even exclusives, but big titles.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think it's a good headset though.
What
I mean,
Jay said.
it's got me pretty excited to get back into VR again. It really has. I mean, I'm
Absolutely.
I mean, even just playing, me and you played Breachers the other day, and both in Quest 3s, and it was
Yeah.
even Breacher. I feel like everything, even I don't know if Breachers has been updated to look better, but I felt like it looked better, and I don't know if that's just in my head, but I feel like the water reflections and the reflections in the game.
I think a lot of it too is just resolution.
Yeah, maybe. Red
I
Matter
do.
2. Did you go into Red Matter 2
I
yet?
haven't yet, and I'm saving that. I'm saving that
Holy
for
crap, dude.
this weekend. Like tomorrow, it's supposed to be rainy, and then I can't be outside doing stuff.
I was impressed.
I might play that. I'm saving that because I
that-
want a long play session for that.
That looked
I know.
really good. I was
can't
like,
wait.
man, it's hard to imagine that I'm playing on a mobile chipset right now. And even
Yeah.
in Quest
Right.
1 and 2, they blew me away with that game. I don't know how they
I
worked
know.
so much magic into
And
that
then they
game,
released it and then updated it even too because they released that on Quest 1 end
Quest
of
1,
life.
yeah.
Updated
Well, that was
it
Red
for
Matter
Quest
1, not
2.
Red Matter 2,
Right, but then
yeah.
they updated it for Quest 2 for
Yeah.
even better textures,
Yep.
which looked incredible. Now, woo, yeah.
Yeah, they worked some serious magic.
Pop
in that
1, haven't been in that yet.
game.
We need
I
to
don't-
do that.
I haven't done it in Quest 3 yet. No, I haven't played Pop 1 in
Yep.
Quest 3
Yeah,
yet.
James, I agree. I'm right with you.
Oh yeah, I love Pop 1.
Yep.
Although I get messed up in that game now. I can still hold my own in Breachers and Contractors after not playing
Oh,
a long
yeah.
time. But Pop 1, that's not a game that I could ever just hop back
No,
into and
and
do
then the
really
guns
good.
have changed, you know. And
Yeah,
it's
like
so
it's
hard.
Pop 1 has always been weird to me because it's like the slow bullet time. Like my bullet doesn't travel fast enough, so I'm always like chasing after people with it. So I've never been as good as Pop 1, but I still love the game. But Fluke said Quest 3 does have its issues. What headset doesn't? But overall, I'm liking it. It's hard to put on a Quest 2 now. Yeah, I mean, there's
Exactly. Right. You can't
I
go
don't know that
back.
we're ever gonna have the perfect VR headset that's just one size fits all and everybody loves it. There's always gonna be, drawbacks and stuff. But I think overall, they did a pretty good job. I think they did a pretty good job.
Susan, I can't. I can't take it.
I know that super chat's still up. It's because you hearted it. Is that why it stayed up there?
No, it stays up for the
it's
bigger
so
the super
massive?
chat, the longer it stays up there, I
Yeah,
guess.
if y'all missed it right in the beginning of the show, Susan super chatted literally $499.99, and I still just
can't
can't
either.
believe it. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. But I thought I was pretty sure it was a typo, and she typed too many numbers, but she said it wasn't. And I was like, okay, that's crazy. So we're going to have to maybe do like Quest 3 giveaway.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. We could do that. That'd be awesome. Actually.
For sure.
Yeah. We got to do something.
Yeah.
It's a good headset. Memory.
We got the 512.
Yeah. I'm in between because I download and delete a lot of games. I'm used to that because we're always in and out of games. And I'm only normally playing a couple games at a time. But yeah, if you get something huge that's going to eat up half of it in one game, that would be tough.
I feel like Asgard's Wrath is going to be big. Assassin's Creed could potentially be pretty big. Yeah, probably not that long of a game, I guess. But I don't know. I mean, what was the one on Quest 2 that came out that was like...
That ate up a lot?
Was that the racing game? Grid Legends? There was one
Grid
that was...
big? No, I don't think Grid was that big. I can't remember.
There was one that was huge that like everybody... Like with the 128s and the 64s pretty much had to like delete everything to be able to play it. And I can't remember what that was. So Artful said Asgard's Wrath is about 40 gigs. So
Princess Jedi.
Pretty good size.
Yeah, that is huge. I mean, that's
got 128 gig, you know, and you're using, you got a couple other games plus operating system and everything else. I mean, that's
Medal of Honor. Yeah, Medal of Honor.
Yeah. That's what it was. Yep. So, I mean, I think as the games progress, I think they are going to get bigger. I think if you want to be safe, you get the 512 if you can spare the money, but I think the 128 is good enough, and it's still, like Liberty said, $500 for only 128 gigs. Yeah, I mean, it does. It's kind of. I would just wish they would give us an expandable memory slot somehow.
Yeah, I agree. R1's doing it.
Yeah,
it's 100% doable. They're just not.
Oh yeah, I mean that's how they make their money. I mean, it doesn't cost them that much of a price jump to go from 128 gigs to 512. I mean, come on. I know. That's just crazy.
I wonder, it's almost too bad. I have like a USB-C like jump drive, a real little one. I wonder if you plug it in, if it's recognized. Too bad you couldn't select it for like a share. Yeah. I know.
So Chris 9989 said, I bet next year the 128 gets phased out for a 256. And he's probably right, because that's what they did with the Quest 2 and the 64. You used to be able to get a 64 gig, and then they phased that out and brought in the 128. So I wouldn't doubt they do 128.
Unless the light is just going to be the 128 then. Not this current, but I'm saying... I don't know either. Yeah, who knows?
I don't know.
Right.
Like $2, Glitch said. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much $2 to go from 128 to 512 probably. Asgard's Wrath, 60-hour game? Goodness. I don't know. Right. For some reason, I don't know why I'm not as excited for Asgard Wrath 2.
I'm not either.
The first one was really good, but I don't know, watching the trailers and stuff for the second one, for some reason, I'm not as excited about that. I don't know why.
Right.
I got it for free, I guess, when I bought this. So, I mean, I'm going to play it because I get it for free. But I don't know. For some reason, it doesn't have me as excited as it probably should. And we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong, but...
What? Flight Sim guy is saying 212 gig version may be using cheaper screens as he has 5 units in all. 512 has dead pixels. Not scientific, but check your 512s. Possibly be cheaper screens for cost cut. Maybe they just come from like a second production. So maybe
I have heard there's been
the
some
128s first with the screens and they got worse.
There's been some mixed things going on. Like I know some people have had controller issues. Some people have had maybe screen issues. I don't know. But so far, I haven't noticed any dead pixels. Have you?
No.
I mean, I haven't noticed it yet.
Notice.
One thing I know, there's been a lot of talk about the power draw of the Quest 3 being higher than Quest 2 potentially. I don't know. Right. Like I know using the Bobo VR battery bank on the back, it did drain the battery bank first, and then the headset was still going. And I also did notice, and I'd have to do a comparison with Quest 2, but after playing this for a while with this battery bank on here, the battery was pretty warm, and I feel like it was warmer than what I remember it being in Quest 2.
Right.
But I don't know. I mean, so far, it worked fine for me. I haven't had any issues, but it did seem a little bit warmer. I'm not sure about that. But
could be. I mean, it's pumping out more processing and stuff, and it's going to take more battery.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a bigger processor, a stronger processor, I guess.
Battery life, I feel like people were a little disappointed with because maybe it's not coming in as advertised.
I mean, from what most I've seen and kind of experienced is right around close. 2 hours, maybe a little less. Like I've seen some people saying about hour and 40 minutes and stuff. I think it depends on what you're playing too.
And I also haven't turned up the screen brightness, which it takes a good bit more as well. Yeah. So I haven't messed with that. It looks to be, when I turned it on initially, I've left it there. It's around the 60 to 70% brightness. I haven't changed it, so I could crank it up, but
I haven't changed the screen brightness yet. I was pretty happy with it.
Me too, how it came. So that's good to know. Yeah. I'd rather leave it there if I'm happy with it. So
Anakaze said mixed reality will drain battery faster.
100%. Yeah, absolutely.
I never really thought about it, I guess. But I mean, even just playing regular games, though, I feel like it was a little warm after a little while. I mean, not like that I was concerned about it or anything, not like that hot, but it definitely felt warmer than what I feel like it did get with the Quest 2. I don't know.
See, that's what I was hearing too. What Fluke said is about an hour and a half. He played
hour and
Dungeons of
25
Eternity.
minutes, drained it down to 4%.
That's what I was hearing too, around an hour and a
Yeah.
half.
I mean, luckily though, there is battery options for it. You know what I mean? Like the Boba VR, or
Right.
even like the what is it, AMVR that does the neck battery. Like that would work
You
pretty
can throw
good.
in your pocket.
Yeah, throw
Right.
it like 10,000 milliamp in your pocket. So luckily we can keep it going. And at least with the controllers, they gave us replaceable batteries, because I don't like rechargeable controllers, because if you forget to recharge them or you're playing a long time, your controller dies, you're pretty much screwed. Like this, you grab another battery and you swap it out. And I don't know if people are seeing what the battery life is on these, but battery life on Quest 2 controllers were pretty insane. So I don't know if this is going to be similar.
Yeah, they were actually.
I mean, I don't know how much I've played yet, and I obviously haven't replaced the
I would
cheap.
think it would be the same. I
batteries
mean,
in
it's
there,
using the
but-
same IR tracking, so I would think so.
I would think so too.
don't know why it
So, I mean,
wouldn't.
it's probably
Yeah.
almost the same controller, just
Gotta
with
be.
the tracking,
The new body
removed.
and stuff, right.
So,
Yep.
have already done 3+ hour sessions in
Nice.
what? Move your mouse.
Pop one.
Oh, and Pop 1 with a 40,000 milliamp battery in my pocket. Yeah.
Yep. That's the way to do
Yeah.
it for sure. Yeah, I got to get one strapped to mine. I tried to buy the holder,
Yeah, the dock thing.
and
They're
I
not
couldn't
available
get it
now on
right
Amazon.
because I
That's-
just wanted to get by with a little more. So I'm gonna have to strap on an extra battery I have, which will be fine. It's not the end of the world. I'll be getting the M3 in 2 weeks, so I just have to get by is all. But
switch to the wrong one.
Lynx
Look
uses
at that
some,
shirt. My
like it.
goodness.
Ukulele, hey.
Yeah.
Give me some Hawaiian
Sing
music. We don't
Hawaiian
have any like
music.
queued up.
Oh,
Come on,
I know.
man.
We should. We could.
Gosh.
We still have lots of buttons.
I know we
can
have a full
things to.
soundboard we can
Yeah.
do whatever with, but
I forgot most of the show to switch these things, but
yeah, I know. It's okay. We're back in getting heated with stuff. and-
luckily we didn't have too many technical difficulties. We've had audio.
That's true.
Our mics work.
Yes,
Cameras
good point.
haven't
Nobody
overheated
said
and shut
anything.
down. Batteries haven't blown up. The
That's
headsets
right.
haven't walked off. Like nothing crazy.
I didn't run out of
You
coffee.
didn't even spill coffee.
Right? Yeah, that's
All right,
true.
Dump it over right
No.
now. Dump it. You have to.
Not
It
dumping.
wouldn't
it
be coffee in VR unless you dumped
If
coffee.
I get it on
everywhere.
this keyboard, I would cry. I would 100%
I mean,
cry.
This doesn't feel right with no spilled coffee.
No,
doesn't.
not doing it.
Dump it on your shirt.
No, I'm not ruining my favorite silk shirt.
Oh, my favorite silk shirt. You're killing me. Killing me.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
So, a couple of things. I did have a link in here about XR updates to apps. Let me read through these real quick. BAM, Blast On, Block First. These are all things you can do mixed reality. Broken Edge. I didn't know that. I haven't tried that. Coaster Mania. Have you tried Coaster Mania? I feel like that's something you would
I
like.
have not.
That's got mixed reality.
I have not.
Cubism. They've had mixed reality for a long time. Oh, I did play Cybrix. Cybrix is
nice.
pretty. And
That's
that
cool.
has multiplayer now too. We need to jump
Yeah,
into
yeah.
that because that's actually a really good workout game, and I haven't tried multiplayer, and I think that'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
I saw it and I debated going in. I just haven't yet. But
Yep.
yeah.
So we need to do that together. Gizmo
Yes.
Maltese.
Yes.
$2
Cheers.
super chat. Thank you. He said, "Have you tried the Team Beef ports?" I haven't tried Jedi Knight.
No,
I have
I
tried
haven't yet
other
either.
Team Beef ports, but I haven't tried Jedi Knight.
I know.
When did that one come out?
Their
Was
work's
that
so
recent,
good.
or
They
is
do
that
such
one-
a good job.
Yeah, they really do a good job.
Quality
for
job.
sure.
I feel like somebody just needs to fund all of those guys.
Well, I mean, they do have like some funding and
but I mean,
Patreon
like-
and stuff, but like
No,
big
no, no,
studios,
no. I'm
they need to,
saying like
hire
somebody
them
fund them
and-
a
yeah.
studio and throw them all together, get them all to move
Yeah,
together.
they are
work together.
ridiculous. Some of the stuff. I mean, some of the stuff they put
don't have
together.
to move
And
together.
hopefully, Quest 3, we're going to even see crazier stuff with a little bit more, power. And
Oh yeah,
power
it
and
kind of
stuff,
just
so.
opens it up for being able to do more. I mean, for these developers, but look what they're doing with what we had. And now what is the processing supposed to be? 4 times faster or something like
I
that?
don't
They're
remember the
advertising
numbers,
something like that? I don't
something
know.
like that.
Yeah.
But also Forever Bowl, Forever Pool, those have mixed reality. I haven't tried those. That'd be kind of cool.
Oh, I meant to
Ghostbusters
go
is
into
going to
that
have
too.
some mixed
Yeah.
reality. So they're going to have some mixed reality in Ghostbusters, Gravity Labs, Gravity Sketch, I Expect You to Die, which we did that on Quest Pro.
Yep.
All kinds of stuff.
I got to get into
Tribe.
Tribe. Yeah,
Tribe,
thank
yeah.
you.
We still
Yep.
need to do a concert someday with that. Not a concert,
I
but
had
like
all of my
whatever you call
DJ
it.
stuff actually sitting up right here last night, and I spent all of my evening setting all this up and had to remove it all. I have a party at the DJ actually next weekend, but
Are you wearing that shirt?
I could no, it's a Halloween party.
I mean, you're kind of in a
I
costume.
could go as
What are you going?
Gilligan's Island. Yes.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yes.
That'd be cool.
Talk
I
about
like
a
that.
great show.
I like that. I like that.
Shipwrecked.
Yeah,
Still
right.
on vacation.
So Susan Cottrell said show next week, and I was going to say probably not next week, but after that super chat, I almost feel bad not doing it.
Right? Whatever she wants.
But yeah,
We're in.
just send us a message, whatever you want. You can have it.
I actually,
anything.
I tried to last weekend, actually. I was going to do kind of just a live sit and set up. I had some stuff for my sim racing, my
Yeah, he was
pedals
gonna do
and
a live
whatnot.
stream.
I bought these super cool, I'm gonna have to show you guys, these 3D printed adapters for the pedal assembly for the Moses. And you can actually switch them within seconds at the pedal between a modern clutch and a vintage clutch and a modern accelerator and a
Can you
vintage
do like
one.
cable clutch and hydraulic clutch?
Yeah, exactly. That's basically it.
Basically, same
so
thing, yeah.
yeah, because I don't know if you guys know much about cars. On a hydraulic, you hit a point where it kind of sets and goes in because you're putting that full pressure. Where with a cable one, it gets increasingly more the whole way. So it's really this really cool feeling and difference, especially on the clutch. It's really
I'm
cool.
sure it does feel good. That's
But
pretty
yeah,
cool.
it's
I
by
actually haven't even checked this thing out yet.
3D wrap. If you're ever looking for, they're out of I forget where, Sweden or something like that. But super cool. All 3D, not all 3D printed. There's springs and some some rollers and stuff. Awesome. Highly recommend them. But yeah, really cool.
Yeah.
Love it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So we don't have any for sure schedule for the Coffee and VR show as it gets more winterized in time. That was a weird way of saying that. Anyways, we'll probably do them more often. I don't know that we'll ever get back to every weekend. That's just really a lot to keep up with, especially,
You're still on baby time too.
Yeah, I'm still on baby time. Like
Right.
I really try to get as much time with him as I can. I just love it. But I mean, no plans right now is when the next one will be. We'll maybe try to get to a schedule of like every other weekend again, or maybe, I mean, I would say probably at least once a month right now until we, and see how things pick up.
I mean,
see
we'll
how
see.
much we get into it.
Yeah, I mean, if we get something we want to talk about, we're going to be here.
Yeah,
I mean, the R1 hopefully is coming soon too, so we'll get to try that as well and see where it's at in its current state. Though I know they're, it's a little hard right now. They don't have their storefront up. It might be soon,
Yeah, I'm not
like
sure.
to really be able to do that easily and whatnot. But
Yeah.
we'll see how that goes. Sim
For
racing
right now,
wise,
Quest 3,
you
though,
got to try.
Yeah,
Ugh.
for sure. I need to set mine because I've really only used my Fanatec stuff for the PSVR 2 because that was when I got it, was when that came out.
Sure.
So I need to get into some Assetto Corsa. I need to get all the latest mods that you have all in there and try that. Because, I mean, I do love it. It's so much fun.
I switched all mine. I've got like a GT wheel now and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Like a 300 mil, which is like, or 290, I think, which is like a real actual spacing for a GT wheel.
Tell you, it's
so
hardcore
good,
into
man.
it.
It's so good.
As long as I can turn and brake and gas and
Yeah.
no, it
way.
is fun though. It is really a cool
And
thing to
I've
go
been
and do.
driving around in GTA 5 map too. Super cool.
That would be sweet.
You're
That's
missing
up my
out.
alley.
I'm telling you, man.
That's up my alley. All
Oh,
right.
it's so cool.
Show me what mods I need to get. We'll hop
I
in
know.
there.
I know.
Maybe do some live stream of that stuff at some point in time too.
I don't want to leave, but we have been on for an hour and 20 minutes, so
I
that's
know.
our time. We passed it by a little
I
bit.
thought
actually.
we would probably go short because I was like, I don't even know what we're going to talk about. I haven't kept up with all the news, but I just figured we'll talk about the games we're excited about. Talk about the Quest 3.
Assetto
It
2.
is what it is.
Assetto 2 coming soon.
Is it?
He's so good.
Did you try
So
what's
good.
the Forza?
Formula 1?
Forza Motorsport. Have you played any of that?
No.
Yeah, I think that just came out, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
I love Forza Horizon.
I do
Forza
too,
Motorsport
but
just came
at
out.
the moment, I'm pretty happy with what I've got. I've dialed into where I'm at. But
Yeah.
my next step now is actually just to get this hooked up and really run it through its paces and see how it's going. What is that thing? Is that like a?
I think it's jock
harness?
strap.
Is
I think
that,
it's jock strap.
Oh God, get that
Does it
thing
smell
away
funny?
from me! It's horrible. Get out of here, you freaking creepo! It's so bad.
It
Like,
is so bad.
It's so bad. It's laughable. Look at
is.
this stupid thing. Like, come on.
Terrible. Terrible.
Right.
If you got a Quest 3, you got to replace that thing with something.
Stupid.
Get something. There's more and more
Stupid.
options coming up every
Right.
day. In about 2 months, there'll be 482 options on Amazon for different head straps.
Pretty close.
Yeah,
Pretty close.
pretty much.
Ear killer strap. Oh my gosh. That's
yeah,
the first
it
thing I
always
said.
hit my ears, too.
It would wear through the top of my ear there
Terrible.
in a second with playing it
Terrible.
hard.
Stripper strap.
Stripper strap. Okay. This
Child sumo outfit.
new name is stripper strap, I think.
Oh, man.
Jeez,
Princess
I know.
Jedi said, are you guys going to bring back Patreon too? I may have missed an update on it, but it was paused for me. Yeah,
know
we
what?
did pause. I actually
Yeah.
waited too long to pause. I couldn't figure out how to do it, but
So maybe I could post some of my sim stuff even there too. That might be
but
place.
they can't
Right.
access
No,
it.
no, I know.
Unpublished
Not till we-
or the Patreon for right
No.
now because we haven't done anything, and I felt
Right.
so bad that people were getting charged and we're like not doing a show. And so
Exactly.
we don't have any plans to bring it back. Honestly, I feel bad when people donate, like especially
I know.
Susan, that super huge super chat. I feel bad because I mean we really appreciate it because it really does make it possible for us to buy these headsets and
does.
all this camera stuff and all these
Right.
boards and all these switches that I don't know what they do, but we do appreciate it. But I feel really bad when we're not doing enough output to make it.
I guess our thing is we just want to bring you guys a quality show that you guys can hang out with because we know how much we like hanging out with you guys
Yeah,
here,
it is fun.
the Discord, everywhere, to see everybody, Steve Drumheller,
Hey,
all
hey.
these great guys,
Yeah,
girls
it's been a
that
while.
we are with, on the weekends. I really look forward
It
to
is
it. And
fun.
hearing your guys' perspective because, again, we only have our perspective.
Yeah.
So to see what you guys say, it's always like hey, you know what? I want to look at that. I didn't notice that. I want to see that. And is that possible?
Yeah.
Or what is that game they're talking about? So it's super cool because we're consumers just like you guys. So for us, it's awesome to hang out and learn from you too. So
it's just a fun,
yeah,
like-minded people. We just have fun and hang
is,
out,
man.
share ideas, share thoughts. So much fun.
I know.
But James said I wear it for the ladies.
Every other week would be nice. That's what we're shooting for.
So
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yep.
I just don't want to promise anything that we can't deliver on yet, so I don't want to give any promise.
And I think what I'm going to try to do, and I tried to have this show up for you guys last night, is I might try and do that to where the evening before, maybe,
at least
I
you
don't
got
know.
An idea.
Yeah, if we could go by
early.
5 or 6 o'clock that evening before for us, and we're Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, because some people wake up early to watch this.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
A lot of people like to have an idea. So
right, exactly.
Says Ray Holder said, before you go, thank you for the show, gents. Much appreciated. Great to see you guys again. Great to see you all again too.
Man, it's awesome. No, it's good stuff. We're just super amped to be back in VR. I'm glad I don't have to buy at the moment the Varjo Arrow, because if this was like no upgrade from the Quest 2 for me, I was going to have to go that route. And again, it was upgrading, my GPU and everything. And I'm like, if I do that, then my case has to get upgraded. Then it's just
it's a never ending rabbit hole. And that's life.
It is. It's bad. Yes.
Pretty much.
I would rather buy a couple head straps for this thing.
Yeah.
And be done.
Pretty much.
That's it.
Cool. All right, let's wrap this thing up.
All right. We'll get out of here.
We'll save something to talk about next time.
You're going to have to hit the red button to throw us into it's still our old school intro.
That one?
No, not the red button. That's a blue button.
What's this one do?
I don't know. Oh, nothing?
Doesn't do anything? Oh, it played something.
Oh. Stop. See?
That's a fun button.
Right,
okay. Oh, no. It won't stop. Hang on. With this one? Okay. My bad.
Yeah, I know. Varjo Arrow dropped to 1,000. I said that earlier, and I agree. That's why it's on the
said
table.
You're never done. I know. We were like, all right, we're going to go.
We aren't. I know.
All right, we got to go.
This is what we do. Okay. See you guys later. Yep. Old Squatro. Red one.
Ejectocito.
See ya.
VR in 2016.
Susan.
Oh, we got an outro?
Susan, we love you.
We do. The rip. Does the outro have any audio? Can they hear this? Can they still hear us?
Yes, they can hear it.
They can hear us? Or that?
They can hear us too.
They can? Oh.
Howdy, howdy.
We're still talking at the outro.
Hey, it worked.
There he is. How about
Perfect.
that?
Hey. Okay, see you, bye.
We're lucky to be here. I will admit that. My name's Tyler. This is Sean. We're Rendered Reality, and we were definitely up late playing some VR last night.
Yeah.
Hole is bigger.
That's what I was thinking.
Not always better.
Strap off the counter.
That's keep it PG, boys.
I mean, right? We don't know like how much
Right,
sound
yeah,
is
I
coming
agree.
out of it.
It's true.
Right.
Is there more sound coming out of it? We don't know.
Yeah.